All right, Unit 6, Hair and Fiber, Section 5, Fabrics. All right, so fabrics are different than fibers in that a fabric is made up of a whole bunch of fibers, so a whole bunch of threads or yarns, and there's a 100 different ways that you could create fabric, and so we're going to learn about a couple of those. Couple terms that you need to know off the bat. Yarn is a continuous strand of fibrous filaments, twisted or not twisted. Two words, warp and weft. Warp is the lengthwise, weft is the crosswise. And then a blend is a fabric that is a blend of fibers. All right, three main weave patterns that we'll look at. A plain weave, a satin weave, and a twill weave. A plain weave is the simplest and most common. This is where it's an over-under, over-under, alternately, and it's pretty consistent. The variabilities in that, in the warp and the weft, are what we're going to identify to help individualize a fabric. A twill weave is going to be like a stair-step type of pattern. The warp passes over one, and then 1 to 3, and then goes under a single one, and then up again, and then under. So this will alternate sometimes 1 to 1, 3 to 1, 1 to 1, 3 to 1, but it will result in a stair-step weave. Denim is an example of that. A satin weave is going to be like silk, very, very long floats. So a float would be a time when the weave is passing over a larger extent. This results in a much looser type of weave, and so this one is going to be obviously is not going to be as strong. All right, knitted fabrics are going to be interlocked loops. So crochet is an example of that. If you've ever seen anyone knit something, it's just going to be, you can do it all out of one continuous long thread. All right, a polymer. Poly comes from the Greek word which means many, and mer means piece or part. So these are a polymer is something made up of many parts. So synthetic fibers then are going to be made up of certain polymers, and the type of polymer it's made of is going to have a unique chemical structure. And that will actually help with the identification process when it's going to be synthetic. Next one. All right. Cool thing about synthetic fibers is they actually have a shape. So it comes out of a nozzle. It's like toothpaste, but unlike toothpaste, it actually holds that shape once it's squeezed out. And the nozzle can be just as unique as anybody would want. So, you can even have something as complicated as like this multi-lobe serrated nozzle. That's going to all result in a different texture, a different integrity to the fibers as well. So, a cool thing is just looking at the cross section of some filaments, and you'll be able to start to identify and get a little bit more individualization based on that.